We spend a lot of time covering Apple, Samsung, HTC, and LG, and now it's time to cover a high-end smartphone from Huawei, the Huawei Ascend P6. I'm Aaron Baker from PhoneDog.com. They're based in Dallas, at least their US office, and the P6 is a high-end Android smartphone worth taking a look at. Let's take a look in the unboxing. Bet you weren't expecting this one in the Phone Dog offices today, or maybe you were. Maybe you can read my mind. I don't know. If you can, let me know on Twitter at PhoneDog_Aaron. But this is the Huawei Ascend P6, and we saw this phone not too long ago, but this is a new high-end smartphone, Android smartphone at that, from Huawei. And you know, we spend a lot of time covering LG and Samsung and HTC and the big US heavyweights, but Huawei is really making its way up there. And I'm obviously in support of Huawei just because they have a Dallas-based office. Their US operations are based out of Dallas. They're automatically cool in my book. But let's take a look at the Huawei Ascend P6 in this unboxing. First of all, I want to give special thanks to Huawei. Thanks for sending this over for unboxing and review purposes, and thanks to our partners at Best Buy Mobile as well for giving us devices very similar to this, the high-end American devices, for use in our One Paw Bandit giveaway game. When you walk into Best Buy Mobile, you'll walk out working. They'll get your email, contacts, web, all that stuff set up, so when you walk out the door, you're good to go at Best Buy Mobile. But really a high-end, nice smartphone, and again, we don't see a whole lot of Huawei devices in the US, high-end Huawei devices at that. And the P6 really is a gorgeous device that, at least on the sides, is kind of reminiscent here with the band, the metal band, and then the antenna areas over here of the iPhone 5 and iPhone 4S. You can see down here kind of a curved angle. We'll go ahead and pull the sticker off the back here. SD card, SIM card. Warning, this smartphone only supports a micro SIM card. Excellent. Huawei Technologies, will go ahead and pull this off, and really a beautiful smartphone. Now, to give you the spec rundown here, we're looking at a quad-core 1.5 gigahertz processor. You're dealing with 8 gigabytes of internal storage, 2 gigabytes of RAM on this device. You've got a bunch of different connectivity options, HSDPA on this, and more. And then battery life-wise, you were looking at a pretty decent-sized battery, 2,000 milliamp hour battery here, and then you've got a 5-megapixel camera, and we'll go ahead and power the sucker up on the front, and an 8-megapixel rear-facing camera with 1080p HD video recording. So Huawei Ascend starting up right now, and you can see on the side, and we'll wait for it to power up so you can see the boot up sequence here. And I'll go ahead and put this to the side so you can watch that as I open up the box and see what comes inside. So Huawei logo powering up, and you can see the box here. Trying not to cover the device itself. A couple little miniature boxes on the inside. We'll go ahead and take a look at these, put this to the side, move this so you can still see, and we'll see what comes in each one of these little boxes. Kind of reminds me of those little kits that you get in the hotel rooms. Headphones. And you can see those right here with the Huawei logo on them. And then typical pair of earbuds right there down in that little box. We'll go ahead and box those back up, make it real organized, real nice and friendly like. Or real nice and organized like, I should say, Huawei. And then we'll go ahead and see what's in here. AC adapter module. And you got your USB cable right here, and then AC adapter module down in here. You can see two-prong European style module there, and then of course your USB area for your cable right there. And we'll go ahead and put this back in the box and keep it all organized. Really nice cable though, Huawei logo on the cable for those that are keeping track. And let's see what comes in here as well. Looks like our instruction manuals, but we'll pull it out just to be on the safe side. Looks like you get a case with it as well. That's pretty cool. Safety information, Huawei Ascend P6 quick start guide, and then you can see this case that comes with it. Not a bad little case. Let's see here. Pull it out, see what it looks like. Kind of a silicone gel case with your button areas on the side and Huawei logo over here on the side. And that's probably hard to see with the way the lights are fixed on this phone right now. But Huawei starting up right now, and we'll talk about what comes on the sides as well. Front-facing camera obviously up there. Really a nice looking device here. Has a great feel in the hand and not too thick either, which is nice. So you can see here, you got that IPS display, 4.7 inches, 720p HD display, 312 ppi on this device. And you can see power button over here, volume rocker, what looks like a dual SIM card setup here. And this device is coming in from Hong Kong. So dual SIM, very popular in that neck of the woods. Micro USB charging port up top, which is really nice. That's something I automatically love because the charging port's up here. Saves you from getting it all mixed up with your hands while you're typing. You can stick it in and get to work. And that's what she said. You can see here as well, down at the bottom, you got a little button, or at least it looks like a button. Maybe it's not a button. Let's take a look. I don't know what exactly that is. Let's see. Oh, well, I pulled it out, whatever it is. 3.5 millimeter headphone jack is what it looks like, but I could be wrong. Go ahead and put that back. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack with a little stopper down there at the bottom. So we'll go ahead and start it up here, English, United States. Let's go ahead and put it in a SIM card. I've got my keys here. And forgive my big, gigantic, let's see here. Go ahead and pull this out here and throw in a SIM card. I've got an AT&T micro SIM card that we'll add into this device. And I'll do it live on camera so you can take a look. And then, oh, I'm sorry, that's the, looks like the micro SIM card slot. Let's take a look here. I apologize, I stand corrected. It's not a dual SIM setup, it is a micro SD card slot up here, and then it's the SIM card slot down here at the bottom. But both of the port areas look very similar, so I assumed it was just a setup for 2 micro SIM card slots. But now we've got the AT&T SIM card in there. We'll go ahead and skip this and see if we can get it to start up right now. Turn Wi-Fi, let's skip the Wi-Fi, skip anyway. We'll use Google and location. Got an AT&T SIM card in this, but it's not recognizing just yet. And we'll take a look here. So again, 1.5 gigahertz, there it goes. Quad-core processor on this device, 2 gigabytes of RAM. Going to make this device reasonably fast all around. And I'm going to bring it up close so you can take a look here. Google services starting up. A really nice device. Again, metal on the sides. Got a clean brushed aluminum look on the back with your camera right up there on the top. Very clean looking, and you've got this nice round edge at the bottom. So instead of having the boxy edges like you do up here on the top and the bottom, kind of like on the iPhone 5 or the iPhone 4S, you've got a nice curved edge down here at the bottom, making it unique and different. And then of course you got the included case here as well, which we'll put on in just a second. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit finish. Say that 3 times fast. You got your on-screen buttons here again, 4.7-inch display. On-screen, recent applications, home and back buttons. Press and hold to access Google Now. And right out of the box, you have 4 home screens. Let's see what we can do in terms of adding more home screens. I can do probably up to 7 is my guess, maybe even more. 9 home screens. And we'll make the middle one the home screen because that's just what we do. So a total of 9 home screens here, and let's see what this is running out of the box. Looks like it's running at least 4.1. We've got general, and then we've got all as well. So general, obviously a more shortened version, font size, wallpaper, Bluetooth, and brightness. Then you got all over here, and I can go down here to About Phone and see that it's running Android 4.2.2, 4.2.2 Jelly Bean, and then you've got Emotion UI version 1.6, so Huawei's custom UI running atop Android 4.2. And you can see this as well with the overall customizations and the way that it looks. You've got some custom icons down here at the bottom. You've got some custom applications up here as well. Custom settings buttons, for example, clock, calendar, all very different. Tools, Google Apps, and more. So let's see. What I'm not seeing though is a stock, kind of a menu button, or I should say, where I can go in here and access my applications all out of the box. I'm not seeing a menu option. All I'm seeing is messaging. Yeah, there's no menu structure, it looks like, that I can see, but I could be wrong. Let's see, management. Let's see what we've got in here. And you guys are watching this at the same time. You're seeing this rather at the same time that I am, so I may be missing it. But I'm seeing Google applications, but all I'm seeing out of the box is this. I'm not really seeing any sort of a application drawer, if you will, or menu button or anything like that. And again, I may be missing it, but I'm not seeing anything right there. So that's something that's a little bit different. We'll take a look at in the full review. In the meantime, be sure to keep it locked on PhoneDog.com for more with the Huawei Ascend P6. We'll put this up against some of the high-end devices like the HTC One, the Galaxy S4, and more. And we'll see how it compares versus those devices, the iPhone 5, and more. Keep it locked right here. Hit me up on Twitter at PhoneDog_Aaron, Facebook, Facebook.com/HiAaronBaker, and let me know what you think of this device. Lesser known, but really nice little high-end device that I think some people will like, and they may be interested in buying it unlocked and bringing it over to the States. Keep it locked on the site for more on the Huawei Ascend P6 on PhoneDog.com. I'll see you next time.